Hello, everybody, and welcome to the latest on the Tokyo 2020 Games of the 32nd Olympiad. As of today, we do have China in the lead with the most medals by a significant margin. The gold medal distribution, however, is tightly clustered between China, the USA, and Japan. Japan hopping Russia to take that third slot today as opposed to yesterday. A little bit of jumble towards the bottom of the top 10. And we will continue to expect to see that happen over the next few days. The next 10 are, as you can see right here, that's all of the countries. There are 20 countries with at least 2 medals, and one of those being gold if they only have 2 medals. So those are your top 20. So it's everybody with 3 or more medals, and then if they have 2 medals, everybody with gold makes up the top 20 so far. Let's get into the water sports. We have China, Great Britain taking gold in synchronized diving as it stands so far. China getting 2 medals out of that. Not surprising given their lead on the medal count right now. USA bringing home a silver in the women's 400 free. Of course, the much anticipated race between Titmus and Ledecky last night, quite the race to watch, and that was definitely a fun one. China taking another medal home with that one. We also have several more strokes upcoming tonight. I believe both the men's and women's 100 backstroke as well as the women's 100 breaststroke, and I believe last night the women's backstroke, I think it was, in their semifinals set an Olympic record. So stay tuned for that potential world record being broken here soon. United States taking home a gold in the men's 4x1. Of course, some amazing times being seen by the United States there. United States and Australia remain dominant in the swimming sphere of influence. Surfing doesn't start for another few days, and we are also dealing with a tropical cyclone in the general vicinity, so it might get delayed a little bit. Some of that is tentative. We'll have some rowing events being held tonight that'll medal both men's and women's, so stay tuned for that in the future. Sailing is still a while away, and we do have our first canoe race in Slovenia, the Czech Republic, and Germany are our 3 medalists so far for canoeing. No kayaking yet. The kayaking, we should have a medal here soon as well. As for the endurance sports, again, track and field doesn't start for quite a little bit here in the future. However, we did have the men's triathlon last night. Norway taking the gold, Great Britain taking the silver, and New Zealand taking the bronze so far. No jumping events. Again, like I said, track and field is still a while away. We did have cross-country mountain bikes, and Great Britain, Switzerland, and Spain taking the 3 medals for the men's mountain bike. Track cycling is still a while away again. Again, that starts in August. As for the hand sports, we have had a lot more. South Korea being absolutely dominant in terms of the team archery sports, as we can see, taking home all 3 of those gold medals so far. So yeah, they're clearly doing very, very well. As for the rifle and shotgun shooting, it appears our friends in the United States are doing very well, taking home 3 of those gold. China also doing very well, having a gold, a silver, and 2 bronze medals in the rifle and shotgun 4 events that have happened so far. So certainly interesting. Also of note, the women gold medalists from the United States scored better than the silver medalist for the shotgun skeet from Denmark. So U.S. had the top 2. If it was one event, regardless of gender, U.S. would have taken top 2 on that shotgun skeet thing. As for fencing, we're moving right through the fencing events. They're going to slow down here in the next day. We've been having 2 a day rather than 1. So that's how that's going. Russia doing very well on that, as we can see silver and bronze in the women's individual saber last night. Taekwondo, so some interesting things. Egypt taking home 2 bronze medals. That's of note. And so several other things. You can see everybody else on there. Judo, Japan absolutely destroying it. Georgia has 2 silvers out of it, which is interesting. France doing pretty well in judo as well. We see a silver and a gold. As for karate, that's going to happen towards the end of the Olympics, as well as boxing. And we'll get to that when the time comes. Wrestling, also still a while away. And we can see the wrestling on there. As for weightlifting, the Philippines taking home a gold medal, so that is notable. China taking home 2 gold medals so far through weightlifting. Men's gymnastics, the Russian Olympic team took home the men's team all around, with Japan and China following up. So unfortunately the United States not getting anything yet. We're of course highly anticipating the women's team all around tonight, where we could potentially see United States gold. That would be fantastic. As for the ground sports, table tennis, China, Japan, and Taiwan taking home the 3 medals, not in that order. Of course, Taiwan's referred to as Chinese Taipei because China doesn't like Taiwan. But that's politics. And look at this skateboarding. Japan taking home 3 of the 6 medals. Brazil taking home 2 of them. Quite significant. Also, mostly minors. I believe 2 of the medalists last night in the women's skateboarding were 13 years old, and all 3 of them were below 18, is what I saw. Also, their scores are absolutely abysmal, but that's beside the point for this. But, who said that skateboarding was an Olympic sport? Anyways, we do have some events upcoming. I skipped through Equestrian. We should have that tonight. Softball also tonight as well. Rugby 7's in a couple days. And that is where we are right now. Again, China, USA, Japan, top 3, followed by the Russian Olympic team, Italy, Great Britain, South Korea, Australia, France, and Canada. See you guys soon on tomorrow's medal count update.